What's going on, everybody? I hope you are all doing great. And that's being honest with you. Fair play to absolutely every single one of you for still getting this far and still working on your health goals. And I always say about health, what does the best version of you look like? But a little bit of a background about me before I blow the trumpet. I've been in the fitness industry 15 years and I've studied in it for 15 years too. I've worked in all these different countries you can see up in the top: Sports Nutrition Association, Real Madrid, the Institute of Performance Nutrition, Precision Nutrition, Metabolic Health Systems in Australia, if any are Australian, the International Society of Sports Nutrition, Informed Sports Supplement Advisor, so I don't get athletes banned and they lose their career. So I'm held accountable to what they put in their bodies, to what they, because imagine me giving an athlete is something that causes harm to them, gets them thrown out of their career, and then the athlete gets blamed. You see, I can't do that. But although I have many other aspects like in sports psychology and rehabilitation training, which takes people being able to get them from being in pain to pain free. So that was my role at Real Madrid, and that was my role in different gyms throughout the world. It was my role in Australia when I was younger. So I was very fortunate to do an internship with a guy in Spire Health in Brisbane, and they were like physical therapists, which years ago we had physiotherapists, but these were physical. So no one really knew that, like I think about 10 or 15 years ago, correct me if I'm wrong. And I remember the guy teaching me, like, right, this is how injuries go on. This is how the human body functions biomechanically, and this is what really happens. And I just got fascinated with movements. And I was, just 1 second. Sorry, all. Little knock at the door there, unexpected. But basically, right, I was in the gym and I remember I couldn't get clients like about 12 years ago, 10 years ago, probably that was. And I was in Australia and I was paying, look, 1,500 a month rent. And I had to get clients self-employed in a different country on my own. That's probably how I'm so good today. I think it is part of how I'm probably so good, because I had to learn all them skills to become good, for people to value me and to see my skill sets. Started a squat clinic in the gym, had everybody coming down, fixing their squats, fixing their glute medius, fixing their external rotators, and changing their motor patterns in their body and changing their movement patterns so they become adaptable and stronger in them positions and become pain free. Remember, the human body is not meant to get injured. I repeat again, catastrophically, yes. The human body is not meant to be injured. It's not designed that way. It's designed to have good mechanics. It's designed to move efficiently. It's designed to have good range of motion. It's all this training and life stressors and stuff that we put on ourselves. And that is why today I wanted to speak on the great topic of mindset, which has become a word on the internet that is quite broad. And I don't even think we understand the concept of it, because it can go really, really deep. Mindset. I'm a sports psychologist. I have a qualification in it. But sports psychology focuses on performance outcomes for sure, and how to maintain the locus of control and be aware of the external locus of control, self-efficacy, self-discipline, mindset, goal setting, visualization, creating an outcome. But it can be flawed. The reason why is that going into somebody's sexuality. What's going on in that person's family home? What's going on in that person's life? Are they experiencing stressors? Are they under pressure? Do they feel that they're codependent? Do they feel that they have to do this and they don't even want it? Have they got trauma? Have they got past experiences with nutrition? Are they involved in any cults? There's so much that can be go on side of that, deep inside of somebody's roots, their own internal belief system, these psychological self-limiting beliefs that we hold about ourselves. You know, the rules that we have for ourselves. You know them rules that you have. The rules that you tell nobody probably about, that are keeping you stuck in a position that you're probably afraid to let go. You're probably even jumping off this video now. But I'm sorry, I have to speak about them because I have them too. And usually they're a set of non-negotiables, that are a set of rules that you must live your life by and not let the guard down. Look, mindset is also being a bit more open. Mindset is also exploring new experiences. Mindset is also having a growth mindset and growing in different areas and stepping outside your comfort zone and going out and achieving the goals of your dreams, the life of your dreams, being the best version of yourself. Even that question, what does the best version of yourself look like? What does it do every single day? Is he athletic? Is she athletic? Pain free? Good quality nutrition? Enjoys a bit of food freedom? Enjoys a social life? Enjoys a bit of ice cream? Enjoys life on demand? Do you know where I'm coming from? Because there's one thing that all you probably know about me. I specialise in the gut microbiota. You see the gut microbiota, your intestines and your microbiome, it all interlocks with your brain. It all has like your vagal nerve attaches to your brain. It's the gut brain axis, and like your gut microbiota produces serotonin, and it's what regulates how it's a feel good neurotransmitter that links with your brain. So all these stored emotions, you know, when you say that's bad or this is bad or stuff like that, it's all memories. It's all a collection in your subconscious and unconscious mind. So you're the one that probably created this psychological self-limited belief, or possibly it can have been imposed on you by somebody else, grown up with somebody, hanging around different diet clangs, hanging around different training crews, hanging around all this. But when we look into the scientific literature today, there is no diet. All these are just an elimination diet, my friends. I promise you, I'm not trying to manipulate you. I'm not trying to influence you. All these different carnivores and stuff like that. Like, I listened to your man, Paul Saladino. I listened to all his stuff I did, man. He's only come to terms with stuff now. Like, he's created big cults. I don't want to be down talking any other people. I want to focus on you. Look, the literature is quite clear. There is no diet. That's so. They're all viable options. If you go on a really, really low carbohydrate diet, an elimination diet, it eliminates probably small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, and probably gets rid of leaky gut, probably gets rid of bloatness for a while, probably reset your serotonin levels, probably reset your dopamine levels, just little things like that. Probably has you feeling good for a long duration of time, possibly shortens some chronic or short-term inflammation. So many different things that it would probably do, but it doesn't mean that's a long-term solution. You can also do that with other. It doesn't have to be a carnivore diet. It doesn't have to be that. It can be just be a calorie deficit in general is anti-inflammatory. You get where I'm coming from? Like, going on a calorie deficit for 2 to 4 weeks and cutting down your energy intake and eating higher protein, because this is what most of them do, and eating different stuff like it, that's still an elimination diet. So your mindset is not just positive thinking. It's actually like, what is the psychological self-limiting beliefs that I've held around diet cultures? Like, what am I holding on to that I believe in? Like, I remember, like, I used to be a fitness model, bodybuilder, whatever it was, and I remember we used to think that we used to eat 6 to 8 times a day, and there was people that said to me, "Look, I'm not living with him." I wouldn't blame them. Would you blame them? Cooking 6 to 8 times a day, be off your head. Have me coming into your house, who was probably messy, but not now, and cook 6 to 8 meals a day. You don't have to do that. See, the science is changing. Are we on the same page? We're now looking at people eating 2 meals a day and 3 meals a day and understanding you can still stimulate muscle protein synthesis. You can still build muscles. You can still lose weight on whatever you want. You don't have to do that anymore. It's the same. We're not our ancestors. You know what I'm coming from? We're in 2023. We're changing with environment. Our genes are changing. Our thinking is changing. And what I wanted to speak about today, this brain is changing. And neuroplasticity is real. Neurons that fire together, wire together. Just think about that. If we keep doing the same stuff every single day and the same stuff for the next 3 to 6 months, we will continue to generate, one more second, the same outcome. There's another knock on the door. You see, folks, the thing about this neuroplasticity is you can change how you think and how you believe in yourself. Like, honestly, you see, like, neuroplasticity is like the rewording of your brain and your thinking. It's the rewording of everything. It can reset everything in your body. Like, meaning you have the ability to change. Now, I don't mind sharing this with you because we're all in the same group and I like to keep it confidential. Look, I've been in the universities over here, and like, some of you are probably football fans, some of you are probably tennis fans, and I can tell you there's a reason why Spain are as good as they are. Just, that's all I'll say to you. They're onto this stuff. From the age of 8 to 11, a child, from the evidence, will produce more myelin, which is a gene in their brain, which responds to repetition and skill. So what that means, they have the highest level, right? So between 8 to 11, do you ever notice the way you say, I'm not telling you what to do, these are kids, I'm really not. But like, an adult might put so much pressure on a kid, put so much pressure on them to be better. Let them be. That's where they're building all them skills, learning how to pass the ball. Why do you think Spain are so good? Sorry, I know none of you watch football. Why are they so good in these small positions? Like, why are they so good on the ball? Like, it's all done through myelin and neuroplasticity of rewording their brain and looking and mastering the steps and understanding skill acquisition and understanding repetition and understanding that they can change and they can become better. Makes sense that they're probably not that good now, but with neuroplasticity and the rewording and stuff and changing their belief system, they can improve, and you can improve too. You can rewire and forget about all your past now. Like, I know it's probably hard to overcome trauma. It's hard to overcome different stuff, and it's not easy to just level up and go out and say, right, I'm going after my goals now. You do need to have a roadmap. It is good to have like the steps that you're going to take. It's probably great to have accountability. It's probably great to have a program that actually gets you results, and one that's not just made up and thinking, I'll change neuroplasticity by going all in. Nah, all in is psychological self-limiting beliefs because it's non-negotiables. It's rigid. You get me? And we know in the literature that rigid ways of thinking and rigid mindsets and rigid nutrition plans and rigid training, it's just not sustainable. It's why yo-yo dieting is so big. Honestly, it's why people are getting injured all the time. They're taking on too much stuff. Honestly, I'm telling you, like, even working at some of the biggest clubs in the world, like, probably train 4 days a week, possibly one high intensity training session a week, biggest teams in the world, one all out session, days of recovery, little bits of cardio, 2 days in the gym, nutrition good, psychology good, stress management good, sleep is good, life is okay outside. Right, no problem. Let's play a game on the weekend. Let's recover from that. Am I making sense here? It's not about going all in all the time. It's about setting yourself up for longevity and consistency. Because if you even read Carol Dweck's book, which is an amazing book called Mindset, the growth mindset, that when you start to develop new skills and new habits, they become automatic. Your brain starts to get better at them. You start to become automatic, and you start to learn how to process things more. You start to get better at cooking. The reason you're probably not good at cooking, you're probably not even trying new recipes. You're probably not even exploring new food cultures. Like, we have Google now. I have 20 recipe books. I'll give you any of them, no problem. We're probably not exploring how to actually track our training and see how we increasing and getting better at that. Maybe we're not trying new activities. So how are we going to rewire our thinking and step outside of our comfort zone and start enjoying this? Look, self-limiting beliefs are everything. They wire how we think, how we act, what we do on a day-to-day basis, what we do yearly, what we do weekly, who we surround ourselves with, what we do, the activities to do, the self-sabotage that we have every single day. You know, that self-sabotage, we all get it, where we attack ourselves a little bit. You stupid this, you tick, you can't achieve anything. You always fail. You know that? You always fail. You always let yourself down. You know what? You can't achieve this. Change the thinking. Yes, I can think this. Please stop speaking to myself that way. Yes, I can achieve this, because I am going to get the right skill sets, the right training, and the right nutrition plan. And I am going to develop good habits that are small daily increments that are going to grow over time, and they're going to compound. And I'm finally going to get the results that I want. Look at that for a belief system. Look at that for changing your thinking. Because you see, self-sabotage behaviors are toxic. That's all they are, honestly. They hold you back all the time. It's that little self-sabotage. I'm not good enough. I'm never going to be perfect. I'm not pretty enough. It held me back for years. My nickname was Fat Ray all years. Honestly, I still struggle a little bit with rejection, but like, I love when I do it. I love when I get rejected, because rejection is fear of rejection, real rejection, or perceived rejection. So real rejection is probably better than any one of them. So fear of rejection, imagine wanting to be rejected all the time and being scared of it. I'd rather be just rejected and just get over it and go on with my life, and just not let that self-limiting beliefs or sabotage control me. Makes sense? Because there's one thing a therapist taught me years ago, right? When I was in group therapy, right? And he said to me, he said, shame is a useless emotion. It's the most useless emotion in the world, but most of us live in it. And that is when we're sabotaging ourselves. And if we keep living out of that all the time, we're going to stay stuck and not realize that, like, right, you know what? I'm not going to wait till January. I'm not going to wait till Monday anymore. I'm not going to wait until having that one more cheat meal to be me day. I'm going to do this right now. I'm going to level up. I'm going to step up. And I'm going to look back and see all the stuff that I said to myself. And I'm going to make a commitment to become the best version of myself every single day. That's what I'm going to do. Because success is defined by your daily routine. Oh, and honestly, what you do every single day is how success is designed. So with this neuroplasticity, from the science, it's just, you can rewire your thinking with new skills and new beliefs to get to the outcome that you always wanted, and to become who you really want to be. I hope this helped you. I hope you got a lot of value out of it, because I did. If you need help in any way with this, or if I can, please let me know if I can help. But please, before you do quit on your dreams or the ambitions or the life that you want to achieve, please reach out to me before you do that. And just let me know if I can even spend a half an hour speaking to you to at least have an impact or give value or make some kind of significant change in your life. I'd love to do that. So let me know, and I'll speak soon.